Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I am Judy Tuttle. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midland, Texas, and I'm so glad to be with you today. Thank you for watching me either live or on replay or on YouTube. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you commenting and sharing and giving me some love and likes. All of those things really help support my business, and I really appreciate that you're willing to be a part of this today. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can do one thing, and I can't, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I've been having some tech difficulties. I don't know how some of these demonstrators do such perfect Facebook Lives. Technology always seems to be hard for me, and I'm not sure why that is. You know, Facebook kind of changes things all the time, and it is okay. So sorry, I shouldn't be trying to talk and check my videos here at the same time. Hopefully I'm in the right spot. Let's see. Yeah, here I am. Okay, so if you're here and you can see me, comment and let me know. Good morning, Lori. Thank you for signing up for my bingo. I hope you're going to enjoy it. I love having Stampin' Up! Bingos, and I'm going to talk more about that in just a little bit. But Lori signed up, as well as 5 other people so far, so we're going to have a good group for Stampin' Bingo at the end of the month. So, like I said, technology. So my daughter-in-law and son are here visiting for a few days, and you know, I've been having trouble getting my camera to flip horizontal, and we finally got that fixed today. We figured out that I did an update a few weeks ago, and my phone automatically locked the rotate screen button, and so we were able to fix that. I still can't fix it so that I can stamp myself right side up so that you can see me correctly. So I will continue to stamp upside down until I get that little glitch fixed, okay? So thanks for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down because I have several things that I want to talk to you about and tell you that I have coming up and all of that sort of stuff, okay? So let me turn my camera down here, and I will just do everything upside down. So here we go. So when you come on, let me know you're here so I know who I'm talking to. All right, there we go. Maybe a little bit this way and a little bit up. Let's move some things up here so we get you good and centered. All right, so as you can see, Chelsea Truca is the one that won our cards of the week last week. Last week's cards were made with the Just My Type stamp set, and this was a little gift holder. So Chelsea won those cards. Chelsea, I'll get those in the mail to you this week. I have your address, so I know where to find you. And I always hold on to these cards for a couple of weeks, but not, you know, forever. Oh, Cindy, I was just thinking about you. You won the cards from last week, and I need your email so that I can get those sent to you. So Cindy, if you will private message me and give me your address, I'll get those cards out to you. I'm so glad you came on this week, and thank you for sharing. I always appreciate that. All right, so I want to show you just some of the cards I've received in the last few days that are just beautiful. This one is a card from my friend Marcia Pryor, who's in Lincoln, Nebraska. She sent us this beautiful sympathy card for the loss of Jim's dad a few weeks ago. And don't you just love the bling? I love how she put rhinestones on all of those, what do we call these? You know, weeds. Dandelions, there we go, that are flying in the air. Isn't that just beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful card? So that was received from Marcia Pryor. Here's another sympathy card that came from Kay Paulson. Kay's a friend of mine and a team member with heartfelt sympathy, and another just beautiful message inside about the loss of Jim's dad, which was so, so sweet. And then can you go down a little bit? Go down a little bit. Maybe I need to pull it out this way. Is that better? Yeah, that's better, I think. There we go. Tell me if that is not better. I believe it is. Okay, so let's go back. Marcia's card, sympathy card, so beautiful. Kay Paulson's sympathy card that I got in the mail. And this is from Roz Goldwolf. Roz watches very often my Facebook Lives, and it's a happy new home, happy retirement card. It's always a good day when you take care of yourself. And she wrote me a lovely note inside. Thank you so much, Roz. Isn't that so, so pretty? I'm guessing that she blended ink on a piece of paper before she cut out that trellis that's going up the side there. This is a lovely, lovely card. So thank you for that. Thank you for that, Roz. All right. So as you guys know, this is my 15th anniversary with Stampin' Up. So I'm spending the month doing weekly specials. So today is the last day that you can get 20% off adhesives. And all the adhesives are on page 135 in the annual catalog. If you would like to stock up and order adhesives, I will give you 20% off that price. But you have to do this through me. This is a me special, not a Stampin' Up special. So if you would like to get some adhesives on sale for 20% off, you need to email me your order and tell me how you're going to pay, and we will get that all worked out, okay? Starting tomorrow, for the next week after that, my special is 15% off your entire order. Your entire order. But again, you have to email me your order. You can't go directly through my Tuttle Up shop because the company will not take the 15% off. I will personally take that 15% off when you order through me, okay? So next week, today's the last day to get 20% off of adhesives. Starting tomorrow, the 8th through the 15th, you can get 15% off your total order. Okay, so that comes right out of my pocket, but we're having a party because 15 years with Stampin' Up is worthy of a big celebration, all right? So there you go. And right now, Stampin' Up is offering 30% off all of our kits. We have some awesome kits. You can see those by going to my Tuttle Up shop and clicking on kits, and they're up to 30% off. Most of them are about 30% off, but take a look around. All of them are discounted. So a great time to stock up on some kits. And we just got a brand new one issued last week that is a Christmas tags kit, and it is so fun. I can't wait to get mine in. So it's coming in with my order that's coming in today. So I have a couple of classes coming up I want you to know about. Trucking Along Holiday Card Class. You will make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. This is on August 17th. You can come to my home at 10 a.m. or 6:30 p.m. or you can get it to go. If you have the Trucking Along stamp set and punch, even if you don't have the punch, you will be able to make all of these cards, okay? You just have to fussy cut them out yourself. But I've made 4 beautiful cards, and you will make 2 of each, so you'll get 8 cards in this class, okay? So if you would like the link to register for Trucking Along and you are not on my email list, let me know. But number 1, you should be on my email list because that's where I post all my classes and all my links to where you can take the class to go if you would like to do that. And then last but not least, yay, I love August the 30th, we will be opening on September, I believe is the actual date on here. It just says September 6th is when customers can start ordering from this. But guess what? If you sign up to be on my team, you can add stuff from the holiday catalog to your starter kit. The cost of the starter kit is $99, but you can load up on my team is that you get early access to all the catalogs and a 20% discount on all future orders. Okay, so think about that. Great team that I love, love, love. All right, let's get started some stamping. Who's ready? Who's ready to start stamping? We're going to use our foam mat today because the stamps we're using are photopolymer. We are using the textured floral stamp set, and this is one of our distinctive stamp sets. So when you stamp, you get lots of shading within the stamp, and you'll see that in just a little bit. You got some beautiful sentiments here. And I think I have 3 fun, easy cards for you to see that I have made. This stamp set also comes with a beautiful die bundle that cuts out all the flowers and leaves that are in this set. But they also give you some additional leaves and filaments that you can use to fill in if you want to. So this is an awesome set, and I don't want you to miss out on that because you're so focused on the new holiday catalog that you miss out on this beautiful stamp set, okay? So the first card we're going to make is this gorgeous grape card right here. Now this one is super, super simple, and I specifically made it that way because I want you to see that you don't have to do a lot of work to make a beautiful card. So here's our first card of the day, and I'm going to show you how we made this one. I have a piece of gorgeous grape cardstock that is cut 5.5 by 8.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4, and we're going to turn it this way. We're going to turn it landscape, I think it's called. All right, and then I have another piece of gorgeous grape that I ran through with one of the bundle embossing folders that are in the online exclusives. This is the one that kind of has that hashtag technique, hashtag look to it, okay? I hope you can see that. But I ran it through that. Oh, thank you, Susie. Nice to have you here. All right, so I'm going to attach this to the front of the card, and that's just going to provide a little texture to that card base. A little something behind it just to add some texture so it's not quite so flat. And let's see, I like to have my ridges up. You can do it either way you want. Okay, so I'm just adding that to the front of the card. Now, I have two pieces of white here. One is a thick white and one is our basic white. Thick white has just a little more substance to it. And I just wanted a little more oomph behind this basic white panel that we're going to stamp on so that when I pop it up here, has a firm foundation, if that makes any sense at all, okay? So I'm going to take out my gorgeous grape. And you're going to see that I have a lot of talent at stamping upside down. That is still something that I can't seem to get fixed on the technology side of my Facebook Live. So I'm inking this up in gorgeous grape. This is the big rose from the set. And I'm just going to stamp it right here in that spot right there. Okay? Then I have two more that I'm going to ink up. This flower, I'm going to ink in Fresh Freesia. I'm going to stamp it right off here to the side. And you know, the cool thing about this stamp set is that you really don't have to do a whole lot to create a beautiful card. And I hope that that is what you see from what I'm doing with this one. The other two, I am amping them up a little bit. So I'm going to stamp this one right here below. Okay. And then I have a filament piece, I don't know, the stamen inside the middle, whatever that is called. I should have paid a little more attention in botany class in high school, but I think this is called the stamen, that inside piece. And then I have this little tiny little more circular inside piece, and I am stamping this one with the bubble bath. That pink is bubble bath. I think I forgot to say that. There we go. And then the Fresh Freesia is going to go on the bubble bath one. So I'm just kind of switching those two out there. There we go. So that is all I'm doing as far as the stamping is concerned with the flowers on this card. Now I'm just going to go ahead and attach that to my thick basic white. It adds just a tiny little frame around it there. And I should probably tell you the sizes of these two panels. The size of the panel with the flowers that I cut out of basic white are 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. Okay, 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. This panel is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, so I just cut this panel 1/8 of an inch smaller lengthwise and widthwise than my thick white panel. Thank you, Susie. I hope you love it. All right. So I'm attaching that there. This is very simple. I just wanted to show you that you don't have to go through a ton of work to make a simple card. You know, we all love to make wow cards, right? Sometimes we just want a simple card. We just want something that we can pick up and stamp real quick and have a card ready to go. If all of our cards took 2 or 3 hours to make, then we wouldn't get very many made, right? And I can tell you that the person receiving this card is going to think it's beautiful. Okay, so there we go. Now, I have a skinny strip. This is a 1/2 inch by about 4 1/4 inches long, maybe. And I have this stamp that says with a grateful heart on it. I'm going to go back to my gorgeous grape. And I'm going to stamp that right in the center. I have a feeling I did that a little crooked. Let me turn it over. It's really hard to stamp upside down here, so I'm going to bring it a little closer to me so I can get it somewhat straighter. There we go, with a grateful heart. That's in that gorgeous grape ink. And then I have my Pick a Banner punch here. And I like to slide this in. Yep, that's the wrong size. I had to think about which side it was. And slide it in and then turn it upside down and just punch that end off. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this other side. Just slide it in, punch an end off. I might do that one more time. That end looks a little bit longer than the other one. All right, then I'm just gonna pop this up right here on the front of my card. How simple and elegant is that? I do love it. I'm gonna put my dimensionals on the back here. I'm gonna use several because I don't like the saggy banner. I don't know if it's really even possible to have too many dimensionals. I like to use just enough to get the look that I am hoping for. So I'm taking this banner and pulling it off the edge just a little bit, right like that. And then I'm gonna add some rhinestones around it. These are just our basic rhinestone embellishments. I'm gonna choose a large one. Yay, Mary, thanks for coming. I'm going to put my large one right here. You know, I keep people guessing on which page. My Facebook Lives will always be on this page, my Tuttle Up stamping page. But the good thing about being a part of my customer page is that if you type in Tuttle Up Stamping Customers, it just gives me a little more interaction with my customers. It allows me to talk with you. You're allowed to post on that page if you want to show me cards that you made. And sometimes I'm on that page too. So that is card number 1. Do you guys love that? Super simple. That took me less than 10 minutes to make. And of course, I would put a white panel on the inside. And sometimes it's fun to stamp a little bit in the corners. So let me grab again my fresh freesia. And you don't want to, you know, you just want it to add a little something to the inside there. My friend Jenny calls this Judifying a card. I like to a lot of times just add a strip of DSP to the bottom of it as well. So I'm just going to add some of that bubble gum. I got a little off center there. I'm going to add a little bit more. And then we would just attach this to the inside where we would write a note for what we're grateful for with a friend. Thank you cards are probably my favorite kind of card to make, to be honest. I love birthday cards too, but I really enjoy making thank you cards. Okay, so that is card number 1. Thank you. Yes, very simple, gorgeous. I'm just proving a point that your cards don't have to be over the top to be gorgeous, especially with this set. All right, here's card number 2. Let me get this stuff all straightened out from my last. Get some things put away here that we're not going to need anymore. Get my gorgeous gray put away. So the colors on this card are Tempting Turquoise, Calypso Coral, and then I need that Bubble Bath back. Okay. This card is super bright and fun. Look at this one. Every thought of you makes me smile. And I think if you're giving a card that says every thought of you makes me smile, it should be bright and beautiful. Isn't that fun? I love the colors. These are some of the new ink color, well, not new, last year's ink colors, mixed with some of our colors in our regular color family. So I'm going to put this off to the side just so I can reference it for myself. And I have a Tempting Turquoise piece of cardstock, once again, cut 5.5 by 8.5 and scored down the middle at 4 1/4 right there. And then I took my In Color 2224 In Color paper pack, and I have cut some strips. I cut one. I feel like I should have one more here. Let's see if it's down in here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have one that is 1 inch. Let me go grab that paper, unless it fell on the ground, and it doesn't look like it did. Okay, so I'm going to go grab that paper real quick here and cut another little panel. Oh, it's over here. I missed it. Okay, so when I was cutting earlier today, I must have missed it. Okay, so I've cut this Tranquil Tide. It is called Tahitian Tide. Oh my gosh, we used to have a Tranquil something. Okay, so I've cut some strips here, zigzaggy strips, all right? And this one is 1 1/4 by 4. Then this one is 1 by 4. This one is 3/4 by 4. And then this one is 1/2. And this one is 1/2. Okay? They're all 4 inches wide. But it's 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 1, 3/4, 1/2, 1/2. Okay? Now I'm going to attach these to my card front, and I'm going to start with the thickest one at the bottom, about 1/2 inch off of the bottom edge. And centered side to side. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to take my 1 inch one and add it a little bit above that. Okay, so this, I'm not going to lie, this card colors, the colors in this card were inspired by a Pioneer Woman sponge that I use at my sink. And these were the colors that were part of that sponge. It was a floral pattern. I thought, oh, I should make a card in those colors. Same crazy things Stampin' Up! People say and where they get their inspiration. And I was going to show you the sponge, but I threw it in the wash this morning, not thinking about that, and it is in the wash. I can't grab it out. It's right in the middle of a cycle. So here we go. So there are my strips, and I'm just doing this, you guys, just to add a little color and detail to my background, so it just wasn't so boring. Okay, then I'm going to move that off to the side, and I have cut from the 3rd largest deckled rectangle dies a white panel, and I cut a sweet sorbet panel to go behind it, okay? The size of my sweet sorbet panel is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I think it might be 4 1/2. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 is the size of my sweet sorbet panel. And I cut it because I knew that this would fit right inside, okay? So what I'm doing is, let me grab some scratch paper here. The leaves on this sponge were this turquoise color. And so I'm taking my Tahitian Tide, and I'm going to start by stamping this big leaf kind of right here in this corner right here. That's going to hold my biggest rose, okay, right like that. And then I'm taking the smaller set of 4 leaves. Thanks, Lori. You guys are always so encouraging. Thank you so much. This would be very hard to do if no one was watching and encouraging along the way, let me tell you. Okay, so I'm just kind of going off the edges here, just kind of creating this leaf pattern all kind of around the edges of that white cardstock. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. There we go. So there's my card base. I'm going to attach that to this sweet sorbet. And then I'm going to build on that all of my flowers. Okay. There we go. I'm going to put that off to the side for just a moment. Then I have another piece of basic white here. And what I did is I started stamping. I do have a little fun technique to show you here in just a second. But I took my big rose and I stamped it up in sweet sorbet. I'm going to stamp that right there. That looks a little dark to me. Let me try that again. There we go. I'm not liking that at all. I'm going to start all over. You know what I did is that I re-inked my sweet sorbet ink pad. Maybe I just need to stamp it off once, and let's see what happens there. Do we like that better? No, we don't. I'm going to try again. There we go. We're going to stick with that one. All right. Now for my small flowers, I'm going to show you what I did. This small flower, I inked it up in my Bubble Bath ink. And I'm also going to get my Calypso Coral out here. I hope you like this. This is kind of a fun thing to do. I inked it up in my Bubble Bath ink. And then I'm taking my sponge dauber on my finger. It's just a thing you can put on your finger that has a sponge at the top. And I'm going to ink it up over here in my Calypso Coral. And I'm just going to dab ink of the Calypso Coral around the edges of that Bubble Bath one. And it's going to give it kind of a fun color dimension to it there. It adds an extra little oomph to that flower so it doesn't look so flat. So let me ink it up in Bubble Bath, and then let's add some of that color from the Calypso Coral just right around the edges right there, and stamp. There we go. It's very subtle, but so pretty. I hope you can see that. All right, and then I'm just going to do Bubble Bath on this one. I'm going to ink it up and ink it up again. So you can see the difference when you have the Bubble Bath next to the one that has had the, there we go. Now, for the centers of all of these, I'm using Calypso Coral. So again, I'm going to take that round center I'm gonna do Calypso Coral here, Calypso Coral here, and then for these, I need to clean this one off. I'm gonna add Calypso Coral, that stamen that has the 1, 2 little 5 heads on it. Open my chamois here. Clean that off. Add that gorgeous grape from the last card on there. Okay, I'm adding these to the inside of this card. It's very subtle. I'm gonna add it to the insides of these cards, and you can do it whichever way you want. There and there. All right. Then we would cut them out with our dies. So our dies fit exactly on all of these. So here we go. I've got that, right? I've got this one right here. And we have this one right here, okay? So I take it over to my die cutting machine. I would cut all of those out. I have to run these two through a second time. But to save us time today, I've already done that. So let me pull them out of my little envelope here. There we go. So I've already cut them all out. And what I decided to do, you guys know how much I love Wink of Stella. I thought these needed just a little Wink of Stella added, give it a little bit of shimmer. So when you get your Wink of Stella pen, it has a black ring around it right here. You're just gonna unscrew it, take that black ring off, screw it back on. That activates the Wink of Stella. Okay, ink to the brush. You just squeeze on it a couple of times on the sides right here. It says push. That allows the ink to go to the brush. And what this does is it adds shimmer to any parts of your stamped image that you want. So I'm just adding some shimmer right to the center of each of these flowers. I love Wink of Stella. Once you get started using Wink of Stella, it's very addictive. Just add it to the center here where that color is. All right, there we go. Do you guys love Wink of Stella? I don't know if anybody is as addicted as I am. All right, so now I am going to pop this up. All my flowers are going to be popped up on the card. And I'm just taking my dimensionals and adding them behind and just kind of starting with my big Sweet Sorbet rose here. I'm going to go ahead and stick this one on the back of another one. I'm going to put it on first, and then I'm going to run it, all the other flowers kind of around that one. So that goes right there. And then I'm just tucking the others around it kind of wherever I want. So my son and daughter-in-law are here from Iowa. We're getting ready to go out to lunch as soon as my Facebook Live is over here. And they will be here till Wednesday. I'm so excited. We've had a lot of fun already. And let's see, I'm going to put this one kind of down here. And it's okay if it goes off the edge because it won't go off the page of the card, the edge of the card, unless you like push them way off there. All right, so this one's going to go, I think, I'm going to tuck it in right here, okay? Now, I can go ahead and put that on. Isn't that fun? Yeah, I do love the colors in this card as well. So this weekend in Midland, our temperatures are supposed to get up to 112 and 113. That is hot. That is stay in the house. That is like the opposite of 50 below in Lincoln, Nebraska, right? Like if it's 50 below in Lincoln, Nebraska, you're not running laps around your neighborhood. Same here. If it's 112, we're not doing anything outside. All right. Oh, I almost did that upside down. Okay. So let's put that on our card right there. I kind of like that peeking out. I think it kind of adds to the color scheme of the whole project. Okay, so now I'm going to make a label. I've got just a scratch piece of basic white, and I'm going to use Sweet Sorbet ink, I think. Yep. And I am stamping the words, "Every thought of you makes me smile." And sometimes if I try to cut the label first, I struggle with getting my words straight on the label. So I am going to grab my die that I used to cut this label out with. It has disappeared on me. Okay, I'm not going to panic. I'm going to grab my... Oh, I found it. Fell on the floor over here. Okay. So I'm using from the Stylish Shapes dies, the largest of the labels that have the banner cut on the end. And I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine over here. Tell you, when you do lives, you get us in our raw form, right? Okay, so I've cut that out. There we go. I'm going to attach this to the front of my card right down here. And I kind of tucked some of those flowers over the label. I kind of like the look of that, okay? So I'm just going to add one dimensional here at the bottom. I'm going to add just some seal up here at the top that's going to attach to those flowers. And that is going to help this pop up where it needs to pop, but be flat where it needs to be flat. There we go. And then the last thing we're going to do is that I've got our iridescent gems. And I'm going to add those to my card, just wherever I want, really. I don't put a lot of mathematical thought into where I put my gemstones. I really just want to add some bling around my card. So do you love that? I think it's very pretty. I love the bright colors. And I definitely think that this would make someone smile. Every thought of you makes me smile, right? So for the inside, I would do something similar that I did the last time. I could either add a strip of the DSP, or I can just ink up my stamp and add a flower to the inside, or maybe multiple flowers. Let me add a little of that Calypso coral around the edge there. And then add that stamen to the middle. And then why not add a little more Wink of Stella to the inside and give that flower a little bit of shimmer. there we go. Let's add this to the inside of our card. And that is card number 2 of my online class to go. Hope you learned something there. And, you know, this was just something I tried that I thought might add some fun dimension to the card, and I really ended up loving it. So take some risks. You might end up loving it more than you might think you would, okay? And now our last card. I love this one because you guys know I'm a Lemon Lolly fan. So I have a Lemon Lolly cardstock. And this time I cut it 4 1/4 by 11 and scored it down the middle at 5 1/2. So the end product is still 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, okay? Then, oh, I should probably show you my card that we're gonna make. Here we go. This one is not very hard either. So Birthday Blooms for You, the Lemon Lolly against the Bubble Bath. I used a little Old Olive Calypso Coral in there as well. And then that Lemon Lolly ribbon that's from the 3-pack. Isn't that so pretty? So, Lemon Lolly. I took a stripe from our paper, that Delightfully Eclectic paper pack. It's $30, but you guys, I am using it all the time. When I need just some kind of basic print, that Delightfully Eclectic paper pack is my go-to first choice. Okay, and then I'm adding just a piece of basic white behind this. Again, just to give this some substance so that I can use it as a panel and I can pop it up and it'll have a firm foundation on it. I like to do that a lot, okay? So then I have cut out already some stems, a couple of Old Olive stems using the die that comes in the die set. So here's a couple of stems from Old Olive. That is this stem right here that came in the die set with this bundle. And I'm going to create some flowers. So I'm going to take a piece of basic white, and we have this stamp that looks a little more like maybe a delphinium or a foxglove, one of those spiky kind of flowers. And I'm going to stamp it in 2 colors. I'm going to stamp 2 of them in Calypso Coral. And I really love the distinctive look of especially these flowers. They are just so pretty. There we go. Can you see that? How it has the different shading on it? It's very pretty. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time because I want 3 of these bouquets. There we go. And then one more I'm going to do in Bubble Bath. Before I stamp it in Bubble Bath, I'm going to clean that off so I don't get Calypso Coral in my Bubble Bath ink pad. Put some of these things away that I know I'm not going to need anymore. All right, I'm going to stamp it in Bubble Bath. And I'm going to stamp it right here so I can fit 3 on one page. All right, isn't that so pretty? Now, I'm going to take out my Old Olive ink, and one of the stamps in this set is a stamp of stems that fit right into the white areas of these flowers, okay? So I'm going to grab my Old Olive, and you know, sometimes this takes a little practice. So I figured out that this big stem at the very bottom goes up between these flowers right here. And then you'll see how these stamens, there's one with little 3 right here that go against those 3. And once you practice a little bit, this is really pretty easy to do. And now that I say that, I'm probably going to get nervous and beautiful. See how it fits right in there? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do the other 2 bouquets. There we go. And one more. And you know what, to be honest, it's meant to look a little fluid, right? Like a watercolor. So there we go. See, that didn't take me any time at all. Now we have a die that will cut out that entire piece right here. Okay, you can cut all of those out individually, but to save us time, I already cut some out that I stamped. Okay, there we go. So now I'm taking this bubblegum panel and I'm just adding these bouquets and stems to the front. Okay, so this one is going to go kind of like that. I'm using liquid glue on the back of all of these pieces because liquid glue, I have a love-hate relationship. You guys know that. I do like that it gives you a little bit of a chance to move it around a little bit if you need to. Not a lot of time. I need to poke out those pieces that didn't come out on the die. There we go. Gives you a little time to move things around. Okay, I want that one right there. And then the second one is going to kind of go up here at the top. There we go. Then I'm just going to fill these pieces in to kind of add to the greenery there. So this one is going to go, maybe tuck it under that leaf right there. I have a second one. I'm going to tuck in right here. And then my bubble bath one. Aren't those so pretty? I love these bouquets in this set. I'm guessing they're like delphiniums or foxgloves or something, but I could be wrong. I am not a flower expert. I love flowers, but I don't know everything there is to know about flowers. Okay, there we go. Now, I am taking a piece of ribbon, and I tried several things with this. I tried to tie a bow. It just looked too bulky. So what I decided to do is I'm taking this and I'm kind of making it a ribbon that is like a ribbon. I don't know if that makes any sense. Think about ribbon candy, okay? So I'm putting it right here. I might want to make that a little bit smaller, loopy wise, okay? Right there. And then I'm taking a piece of tear and tape and just holding that into place. And then I can cut it down. Okay, where's my end of my tear and tape here? Oh, here we go. Tear and tape is just a super sticky tape that you can tear off and hold something in place, right like that. Okay, I'm going to cut these ends off here a little bit. Pull that back through. There we go. Same thing here a little bit like that. Then I have another piece of basic white, and I'm going to add my sentiment, birthday blooms for you. birthday blooms for you. I'm going to stamp it in Old Olive ink on a piece of basic white. And then I have a 2-inch punch. Z-fold ribbon. There you go, Lori. Thank you. There we go. And I'm just going to put that right over that Z-fold ribbon. And I liked how, let me pull this just a little bit each way. I like how it just shows a little bit out the side here of our circle punch. So I'm going to add, when I was trying to do a bow, it was just too bulky. I couldn't get the thing to lay the way I wanted to. And so I like this better. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I'm just going to attach this right onto my card front. Isn't that lemon lolly just lovely? I love it. I'm going to add some more dimensionals to the back here. Attach that to the card front, and then we will put a bloom on the inside. And this will be a lovely birthday card to send to a friend. So, so pretty. On the inside of this one, I've got a piece of basic white cut 4 by 5 and a quarter. I'm going to add my Calypso Coral blooms to it. Here it is. No, that's my Old Olive. Oh, I already put it away. I'm getting ahead of myself. I ink that up. Have it coming right from the side right here. Add the green stem. Thank you, Lori. I love it as well. I love it. I just think someone is going to be blessed by getting this card. This is hard to do upside down, you guys. But there we go. We did pretty good. Now we're going to add this to the inside of our card base. And we have 3 beautifully designed cards. And you can get this card kit with any $35 order in my online store. I appreciate those of you who are ordering, oops, almost put that upside down, ordering my card classes to go. And any way you can support my business. So I am not likely to earn the incentive trip this year, and I'm at peace with that. Our move to Texas really put me behind. I was 6 weeks without a craft room. And so I just hope I can continue to bless y'all every Monday with my card designs. I hope you love what I do, and I hope you love crafting with me. If you would like to place an order, I would love to have your business. I'm really just kind of restarting right now in Texas, and I could use all the help I can get. So take advantage of my, here I am back, my anniversary specials that I have going on this month. So today's the last day for that adhesive sale, and then tomorrow starts 15% off your total order. So God bless everybody. Shop with me if you can, and I hope to see you back next Monday. Bye-bye.